Anyway, we're gonna let some more people come in and get this little Q&A started. Let me see. So we good now? Okay, cool. Now you good. All right. This is gonna be on playback, so if people can't watch it, then I'm gonna have it on the group for a couple days. Matt, what's going on? Surprised you're watching. It's probably late where you're at. I'm just sitting here and watch if that's cool. That's fine. Jacob, what's up? All right. Now that we got a good amount of people, we're gonna start. So a couple days ago, I made a post about for people to ask questions, pretty much, and I told people not to answer for a reason, because I wanted to read the questions and answer them like that all in one, so you can get all the questions answered in one sitting. So let's get started. All right. It's hot in here, but I'm gonna push through. All right. So the first question is from Brandon, and he says, "How often do you come across fraudulent buyers on eBay, and how do you handle them? This is my life the past 3 days." All right. So if you notice when you post a high dollar item like an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus on eBay, once you post it, most likely you're gonna get a message from just some random eBay buyer who's going to offer you a lower price, and they're going to say, "Hey, let's do this cash now," or sometimes they'll say, "Let's do this just PayPal only, let's leave eBay out of it so you won't have to deal with the fees." And I mean, this sounds good from the start, and sometimes some people might take it, but a lot of those guys are either scammers or they also flip. But as far as fraudulent eBay buyers, I don't allow buyers who have zero feedback to even buy my items. So there's a thing you can put on your seller preferences where you can block bidders with zero feedback. I did this a long time ago. I don't remember if it's the same, but it's just like seller preferences and stuff like that. And a lot of times, there's a section on eBay where you can block bidders. So whenever I get that little message from anybody, whoever it is, I copy their user ID and just block them, because I don't like to deal with that. Anytime they want you to deal outside of eBay, I mean, just PayPal, it could be legit, but there's ways of scammers to like send you a fake notification email. You open it and then you log into your PayPal, and now they have your information because that link was fake. So how do I deal with it? Block them, ignore them. They ask for $40-$50 off. I just say no, thank you, and just keep it going. I usually get about 4 or 5 messages from people when I have a high dollar item, especially like an iPhone 7 Plus. But yeah, that's how I deal with them. I just block them and just be polite and say no. Next question, Nathan says, "How do you scrub bad IMEI numbers?" When he says scrub, I think he means clean. I have a guy who does all my cleanings and stuff and unlocks. He's a little cheaper than everybody on like eBay and stuff. I think they kind of go through him. He's kind of like one of the higher guys as far as that, whatever. But I go through him, so I just send in my IMEI number, and he just a couple days later he'll say, "Hey, it's clean." But what you can do, Nathan, and everybody else who wants to know about this IMEI cleaning, just go on eBay, search up the phone, Samsung Galaxy S7, T-Mobile, and then just put cleaning at the end. Cleaning, just put that. Whatever carrier it is, and then put cleaning. and then a bunch of services will pop up with people who clean these numbers. So you can pick and choose which one you want, and that's it. And it's eBay, so you're protected at all times. I see a lot of people go through Google, and then they Google IMEI cleaning, and they find some website, and then the website scams them out of $50. Yeah. So go through eBay. eBay offer services. Easy, like it's easy. Most of the time, the people who are legit on Google and stuff are going through eBay as well. So just go through eBay whenever you want to clean them. I personally don't know how to clean them, but I just give my guy the IMEI number, and a day or two later he'll send me back a message saying, "Hey, the phone is clean." Andrew says, "Do you mind giving the name, or do you want to keep that to yourself?" Well, I mean, I've been working with him for a couple months, about 6 months, maybe. As of now, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm sorry I can't give information away, but yeah, this guy, I'm kind of like, I don't even talk to him on eBay anymore. I talk to him, direct. So anyway, yeah. So eBay services, get the IMEI cleaned. And there you go. Lisa says, "I'm new and would love to start flipping phones. Any resources you can recommend, such as blogs or YouTube videos? Even the basic information would be appreciated." Lisa, the best resource I can give you is this group. There's a lot of members in this group who are active, who are actually, buying and selling phones. So any questions you have, just ask the group. If there's a lot of guys in here who are willing to answer. If I'm not available at the time, you're gonna get an answer from somebody. So yeah, I mean, YouTube is fine. There's a ton of information on YouTube. I still use YouTube for a ton of other different stuff. But yeah, just you can Google YouTube, but I mean, this group, if you want direct and honest answers from people who are already doing this, then this group is probably the best option for you, Lisa. And anybody else who have questions, just don't be afraid. Even if you're new to flipping, don't be afraid to ask a question. Hey, what's going on, Eugene? Next question is from Charles. "I had to take a break the last 2 weeks because the majority of phones I see are stolen, and it wears on me. How do you push past the BS?" Well, I had a situation like that today, actually. I met a guy at a Starbucks, and he was texting me. He replied to my Craigslist ad. He was texting me back and forth. Gave me the IMEI of his phone. Was upfront and everything. He gets there. I get there. He gets there. I check the phone out. The phone is like shattered. Like the phone is just shattered. He did not mention it was shattered, but the phone was like shattered. I said, "What's wrong with the phone?" And he couldn't really answer the question straight up. And I was like, how'd you get the phone? Is this your phone? I asked him, "Is it your phone?" And he's like, he looked off and was like, "I found it." So "I found it" is code word for "I stole it." So I didn't deal with that. But you mean Charles and everybody else who kind of get ticked off by this? I was kind of pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of wasted my time a little bit, but I know it's part of the business. I could easily be at an office right now, freaking working 8 hours a day, typing on a computer, and I'd rather not do that. I'm getting a bunch of notifications. So yeah, I'd rather not do that. So, it's part of the business. I've got stood up a couple of times. It sucks, but part of the business. Like I said, you get one guy like that who offer you a stolen phone, and then you buy freaking 10 or 12 phones that week that are just as good or whatever. Drew says, "Isn't it awkward meeting then saying I cannot buy it?" No, it's not awkward. I mean, it does kind of get awkward. Sometimes people just think like they don't think it's they're wrong. They're in the wrong for offering you a stolen phone or a found phone. But I just say, hey, I can't buy it. If you found it, I can't buy it. I don't say, hey man, you stole the phone. Like, what are you doing? Just be like, hey, go along with what they said. Hey, the phone was found. It could possibly have a lock on it or been reported. I don't want to get in trouble. Let them know you don't buy stuff like that, and just keep it going. Because he understood. He was like, okay, I understand. He was just trying to get rid of it. I know what he was trying to do, but yeah, just be professional about it and be on your way. So yeah, and like I said, Charles, it's part of the business, man. You're gonna deal with that. You're gonna deal with that kind of stuff. Um, Ryan says, how do taxes work in this, and what qualifies a write-off in the flipping phones business? Taxes. Um, I mean, if you're like not flipping a lot of phones, then you don't have to worry about taxes, Ryan, or anybody else who don't flip as much. But you just gotta talk to somebody who's good at taxes. I'm not great at taxes, but I talked to some people before I even before I even started to go full time. I talked to a couple people because I started seeing that I was making more money, and they got all that situated. eBay, and I kind of document everything down. eBay has their documents down, my statements and all that stuff. So taxes is it's kind of weird, but I let him handle all that. So I can't really get into like all that because I'm telling him what I do, and then he kind of already has the solution for me and stuff like that, and he pretty much does it for me. So yeah, like David said, talk to CPA or tax attorney. They know all that stuff. I don't really know too much about it. What's going on, Casey? All right, next question. I don't know if I'm gonna say your name right. Trathany. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Need help when someone tries to sell a so-called brand new iPhone 7 but wants 500 for it. I try to offer 300 and they laugh all the time. Well, again, that is part of the business. You're gonna get people laughing at you. You're gonna get people calling you names. You're gonna get people calling you a scammer. You're gonna get people, trying to sabotage your business. I've had it before. People, try to create posts about you, say this guy's not offering a lot for phones. Don't deal with them and stuff like that. And it kind of comes with the business. Like I said, the only thing I can suggest you do if that happens, is be professional about it. Do not. I repeat, do not go crazy on the person and start talking bad about them, because phones are advanced and they can easily hit that screenshot and you're done. Your business is done. Because I've seen it happen before with people, with even flippers who are in my area. I've seen a marketplace post a couple days ago about this guy who flips phones. I know him, and he flipped out on a lady. She screenshotted it and put it on the marketplace, and that post had about 1,000 views in 24 hours. So he got exposed for that. He didn't keep his cool, and he pretty much ruined it. He ruined it for a lot of people, because people don't like to deal with other people like that. If you're not professional, but if that happens, just move on. Tons of phones out there, and you're not even gonna buy every phone out there. But so why get mad over one person saying, "Oh, this guy's a scammer"? All I say is, "Okay, thank you. Have a nice day." Kill him with kindness is all you gotta do. Next question. George says, I have an eBay and PayPal account and $1K to buy phones. What's a good strategy to start making money? Good strategy. Number one strategy, George, is to get started. That's it. Get started, post ads, and you know, you seem like you have a good amount of capital to work with. I mean, nothing's holding you back, I don't think. So it's up to you to get started. Post an ad on Craigslist. Post an ad on Facebook Marketplace. On your Facebook local groups. Post ads on OfferUp. Post ads on 5 Mile. Post an ad on, did I say Let Go app. Do that first. You know, that's what I gotta say. Just do that first. That's your strategy. You know, I get a lot of people who ask me about what particular phone to go after. What phones do you go after? At this point in time, I'll tell you, if you're just starting out, go after any phone where you can make $40 or more on it. If you can make $40 in profit or more, then that's the phone you can buy. You know, there's no, you know, I do limit myself sometimes to iPhones and Galaxies because I'm at a point where I'm getting a lot of them. You know, I'm branching out to different phones, and I do get a lot of different people who are, you know, asking me, hey, do I buy, you know, Samsung, you know, J3s or J7s, like phones that aren't really, you know, that great. They sell for $100 on eBay. I'll offer you 40. You know, I'll still buy them. If I come across them, I still buy them. So that's what I'd suggest you do. Get started is your number one thing. You already did the eBay and PayPal, so that's out the way. And just start posting ads. You're gonna see when you post these ads, all these people are gonna come to you. You're gonna realize this is how easy it is when people come to you and they're offering you phones, you know, to buy. You know, you're not gonna buy every phone. That's fine. I don't buy every phone, but you know, you buy 2 or 3 a day. You can easily make a good $200 a day on the side, or if you're doing full time, a day. You know, and it took like a total of 2 hours of just traveling back and forth and then meeting up. So yeah, George, just get started, man. What's going on, Lamont? Let me see. Is there keywords in the ads that don't get you flagged? What I like to tell people is this: wording is key. You have to be strategic, I guess I can say, because if you just say I buy phones, I buy iPhones, you know, you keep doing that, they're gonna catch on, and every post you post or every ad you post is gonna get flagged. Try to switch it up. Switch the words around. It's kind of up to the person. I mean, you got to be creative because I mean, if I can't give you an exact word for word, you know, title or stuff like that. What I can say is, try not to put so much in the description. I see a lot of posts and ads of people posting, you know, these paragraphs of descriptions. I don't know, you know, they're posting the phones that they buy and all that. What I usually do is I just say, hey, I buy iPhone 5S's and through 7 Pluses, and then I buy Samsung S5s through S8 Plus. You know, I keep it simple like that. It's easy. You know, the least you got in your listing, the you know, the lesser chance you're gonna get flagged or blocked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do not write a lot is what I gotta say. Siobhan says, what site do you use to check to see if the phone is paid off or has a good or bad ESM? All right, number one site that I use when just checking any phone is IMEI Pro. That's just the generic site I check to see if the blacklist status is clean, or you know, the activation status is not blacklisted, it's clean, or you know, find my iPhone is on or off. If you guys don't know about IMEI Pro, they have more than one checker, you know, IMEI check, you know, and I found out that, you know, it's pretty legit as far as each carrier you choose from. I use it a lot for AT&T and stuff like that, and Sprint, but what was I gonna say? There's a lot of checkers on there. So there's an iPhone checker for IMEI. Well, it kind of gives you the details. There's a Samsung. If you just go onto the top, you can see a ton of different checkers on there. And but what I would say about being legit, try to find the carrier checkers. T-Mobile has a carrier checker, IMEI checker on there. They have a website. Just Google T-Mobile Verify, IMEI Verify, and then that'll let you know, hey, this phone is blocked. This phone has a balance. It's gonna give you more than IMEI Pro if you target those carrier checks over just a generic IMEI Pro check. Next question. Scott says, I'm also having problems with picking out the fraudulent buyers on eBay. Any advice? Okay, so who asked that question first? Brandon asked that question first. But all I can say is block those bidders, buyers, people who are trying to, make you do the transaction outside of eBay. Block them. Keep it moving. You're going to get messages. I still get messages from people who are offering lower prices and offering for me to ship to, so-and-so country or different state, stuff like that. Just block them and keep it going. Brandon says all the ads I put up to buy phones on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace gets very few calls. The ones I get are iCloud locked phones, cracked, and iCloud locked cracked phones. They also want top dollar. Is there a better way to place or time the post? All right. So first of all, what I noticed from these different sites is you have to have a good ad picture. You can't. I don't like to use a digital somebody who like graphic like a graphic type of ad, like a Google image ad. I like to use real phones and make my own ads. All you need to do is get a couple phones. If you have like 4 phones at a time that you bought, put those phones together, put a little money on it, and take a picture of it. That's what I do because it's eye catching. People see more than one phone on their post. So hold on, message. People see more than one phone on a post, they're gonna go to it. And then they see money on a post, they're gonna definitely go to it. They're gonna say, "Is this guy giving away money?" And basically, you are giving away money if they're giving away your their old phones. So the ad picture is what I notice is the most important part of the post. I've tried it out. I've had a crappy ad picture on Facebook Marketplace. Got 2 messages with like 200 views. Put the pictures that I normally use on Marketplace the next day. Get 500 plus views, 30, 40 messages a day. 24 hours. So ad picture is key. And then is there a better place or time to post? Time, you gotta kind of realize people are working. People are working most likely 9 to 5. You want to catch them either before they work, so early in the morning, or at the end of their shift. So early morning, late evening. I've tried a couple times. It works sometimes on lunchtime, but people aren't looking at their phone too much. They're just trying to get their lunch in and they're going back to work. But I've noticed in the morning you gotta have that whole day for people to just check their phone periodically. Oh, they see your ad and then they message you. I also notice a good time is I've tried midnight and woke up to tons of messages. So it kind of depends on the day and the time. So most people are up most likely on a Friday night. So try posting at midnight, and you'll probably get more messages. The last question is, where do you buy phones from? Buy phones locally. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go, 5 Mile. What did I miss? Anything? I say let go. Uh, yeah, that's it. You just buy phones from those places. Do not. I mean, you can go search. You can go searching for phones. I highly suggest you don't do that because it's very time consuming and it's a waste of time in my opinion because people are already kind of set on what they're going to sell their phone for. You know that they say I want $300 for my S7. It's hard to talk them down from 300, to 150, so you can sell it for 250. That's hard, you know. Those people who are actually posting their phones have put the time in to post their phone on all different platforms, and um, they're they're gonna get what they want for their phone, or at least close to it. So you can buy and flip. You could buy on offer up, flip on Facebook Marketplace. Your profit isn't going to be too much. You probably make 40-50 bucks a phone, which is still good. I'm not still good. Wait time might be a little longer. So if somebody's offering, if somebody wants $300 for their phone, you could easily sell it for 280. You say, hey, I'll give you 230. You could do it that way. It's all up to you. If you have capital and time, then go ahead and do it that way. That's a good way to do it. But yeah, that was the last question. But we got a little more time. I'll just open it up to anybody who's watching, ask some questions, and then I'll read them off and then answer them just like that. So ask away, everybody. What's going on? Either you guys are typing slow or nobody has any questions. Appreciate your group. Thank you, thank you. Any help with my first listing? I have a new eBay account, no feedback. Yes, Matt. I'd have to see your listing to help you with it. Just after this is over, send me a message, or send me that link to your listing, and then I'll critique it for you. Because I don't know what's on the listing. What I can say, for those who are listing on eBay phones and stuff like that, my number one thing is number one, be honest. Number two, do not over describe the phone. So what I mean by that is, if a phone is, has some scratches on it, or if a phone is in perfect condition with one tiny scratch, do not say pristine condition, great, flawless. Don't use all those terms because people who buy on eBay are picky. And I learned that the hard way. I tried doing that to hype the phone up to get it to sell higher than what it was, and ended up getting returns because people were saying, hey, this phone has a little scratch on it, or you said it was flawless, there's a scratch on the screen, there's a little dent on the back, so just be honest and use your pictures as a better way of describing. So keep it simple, but then use your pictures to point out the marks on the phone. If it's like a mark on the corner of it, take a picture of it like that with the camera here and looking at it like that, so you can show everybody this is where the mark is at. So they don't say, hey, I didn't know there was a mark. So you can go back and say, look, I have it on my eBay listing. The pictures are right there. Keith says, what sort of buyers do you look for on eBay as far as feedback scores and whatnot? What sort of buyers do you look for on eBay? Legit buyers, I guess. I can't really pick out my buyers. Like I said, I have my preferences, so where zero feedback buyers can't buy my item, but most likely, I get a lot of repeat customers. To be honest with you guys, I've had a guy buy 5 of my phones at one, not one time, but in 1 month. It's the same. I know that this ID, he's buying the same phones. But most of the time, especially when you're buying or when you're selling like crack screen phones, you're gonna get people who know what they're doing. They're not just buying crack screen phones because they want to. They know what they're doing with it. So you really, with stuff like that, you really don't get any returns. Most of the time, you get returns is with like the new phones, the new the new phones where there's accessories and stuff like that. Because then people tend to just be picky again, and that's what happens. So Daniel says, any chance your course is going on sale again? Not anytime soon, Daniel. Speaking about the course, I am updating it as we speak. It's actually uploading some stuff right now, but tons of more videos. Just a lot more content. Things have changed over the time when I first, released it, and a lot more content now. A lot more support. I found a website. It's called Teachable, where I can put my course on Teachable, and it's kind of like if you buy it, it's like a login type of deal. You put your login, and then all the videos will pop up for you, so you can go back to whichever video you want and watch it like that, which will be a lot easier for people who aren't very savvy like that. They can just go to that and just watch them just like that. But as far as the course being on sale, not at the moment. What I can say is the price will increase a little bit, only because I added so much content. But I'm not charging $2,000 for it. But I put a lot of time and effort into it, so I feel like I deserve a little bit from it. And if it's $200, $300, you gotta make that back easily. You guys have seen my posts, you've seen other people's posts of them making money, so that's not gonna really affect you. You're not gonna be in the hole for months. It's not an investment like that. You're gonna make that back really quick. So I'll keep you guys posted on that when it's finished. And yeah, so as of now, the course is $199.99. I haven't decided on the price yet, but I'll get back with you guys in like a post or something. So hopefully I got answered your question, Daniel. Let me see. Jacob says, when will you recommend starting a sole proprietorship? I do a lot of driving and purchasing stuff for my business. I don't want to be able to write it off. I mean, you can start that. You can start that whenever. That's all up to you. If you're ready to, take this flipping stuff serious and you want to attack it, then go for it. It's kind of always good to a good way to market yourself as a business rather than just a person. People trust people more when they have a business. You can, once you have that, you can say, hey, I'm so and so from whatever business, and we buy phones, or I buy phones and stuff like that. So you kind of can do it whenever, man. If that's what you want to do, you want to be able to write off gas and mileage and all that stuff, then go for it. Rob says, what's up? I have a brand new eBay account. Will that affect the selling of phones? Yes and no. Can you sell phones with a new account? Yes. But the thing about it, and I like to tell people this, is you have limits on eBay. eBay, they don't just let anybody sell on there. You gotta prove to them that you're legit and that you're not gonna be scamming people, because if somebody was to just post 20 phones on eBay, sell them all, collect the profit, and just not send the phones, then and eBay allowed that, then there'd be so many scams on eBay. So what I suggest new sellers do is utilize local sales and eBay sales as well. As far as this, crack screen, bad ESN phones sell like hotcakes on eBay. If you're starting off new, you know, list those on eBay. You know, you got used good condition phones with clean ESNs and then ready to be activated. Try to list them on those different platforms that I named earlier and see how that goes. There's no fees. There's no, you know what I'm saying, like that. There's nothing like that. So you're making money while selling phones on eBay and locally, but when you're selling phones on eBay and doing everything right, you're gaining eBay's trust. And then you say, okay, I have a certain amount of transactions, but at the same time, I didn't just throw all my money into eBay and then now I'm waiting for, you know, my money to come in 21 days and stuff like that. So, so it's like, if you want to start, I suggest you do something like that. PayPal and stuff like they kind of change their rules over the time, which I'm starting to, you know, learn. That's not happening to me, but it's happening to people in the group where they're holding money and doing all kind of, you know, crap that's not right. As far as if you're making too much money, if your sales have spiked, they're gonna, you know, hold your money because they don't feel like you're legit enough. So take it slow, do everything right. You know, this is your business. Treat it like your business and take it serious. Ship the phones off on time. Communicate with the buyer. Just stuff like that. You do that, and then it'll all come to play. And then once you reach your limit, that all those phones have been shipped off and delivered, give eBay a call. You know, you can call them and keep calling them and just try to get that limit raised, and then eventually they'll do it. I did it. I used to call them every day. They finally raised my limit. You know, this was back in like 2010. They raised my limit, and yeah. So once they raise your limit, and you keep at it. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna get easier to raise your limit. So that's what I suggest you do, Rob, and anybody else who's in this situation. David says, eBay, should we start with just one sale a day? No. I'm not saying like that, David. I'm saying, you know, you want to make money. You want to make money doing this, guys. So I'm not gonna say do one sale a day. You know, I'm not gonna say limit yourself. But all I'm saying is, if you don't have like capital and other money, you just throwing all your money into eBay, I suggest you just don't throw all your money into eBay until all your, you know, your funds and stuff are available at hand, and you know, whenever you want. If they're holding your funds for 21 days, it wouldn't be smart to throw in $1,000 worth of phone, you know, buy $1,000 worth of phones and then wait 21 days. To me, that's not smart, you know. So it's kind of up to you how you wanna work it like that. But if you have capital, man, and it's easy. If you have capital, it's easy. I'm not gonna limit you, David. Just, you know, it's up to you, man. Best selling phones right now. I think I had a post like that a couple days ago. For me, it's the iPhone 6s, Samsung Galaxy S8, and I believe the 7 Plus. So, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say go after, just say go after phones that'll make you profit, man. That's all I can really tell you is go after phones that'll make you profit, because I don't like to limit people to phones, you know. What I do is what I do, and then what I tell you guys to do is going to be different, because I know you guys are just starting. So this is what I'm telling you is what I did when I just started. So, there you go. Carlos says, love your channel. Appreciate it, Carlos. If you guys don't know, I got a YouTube channel now. I've just been doing little videos on there. I'm doing the Turn 20 into 1,000 series right now. So if you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/smoothflipper. So subscribe if you want. Carlos says, I live in San Antonio. How do you know if phones are stolen? If phones were stolen, you gotta check the IMEI, man. Sometimes, and even sometimes, you gotta be smart with it, because sometimes people, like I said earlier, the guy who found the phone, if they're just finding, iPhone 7 Plus is like, that's not very realistic. So you kind of have to get a feel for the person, and then once you check that IMEI number, if it comes back as lost, blacklisted, so then. But just to keep it real with everybody is, it could be you can buy a phone that's clean, and next day it's reported stolen. So it's like I said, it's kind of already up. It's kind of in the businesses like that, and I know people who do bill of sale to prevent this. I haven't gotten to bill of sale yet. I don't think I really needed it. But yeah, so IMEI checkers, and then those are kind of like your only thing. You can't just be like, hey, is this phone stolen when you're buying it? And if it is, they're not going to tell you. So it's all kind of part of the business. All right, so one last question. He says he's in David's course. That's good. A lot of people are in David's course. A lot of people who are in his group are in this group as well, and other groups. So yeah, that's good, man. You took action, man. As long as you guys are taking action, that's fine with me. But yeah, I talked to David a couple times about phone flipping and stuff like that. So, and I watch the channel and everything. So I'm a fan of him as well. How much did I make today? Today was a slow day. Let me see. I sold my S7 Edge today on Marketplace. I bought it for $160 and sold it for $300, so $140 profit. And just bought that phone today. The lady said it was an iPhone 7, but it was a 7 Plus. I didn't say anything, so I didn't even look at what the 7 Pluses go for yet. But I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, probably like close to $270 today. So, yeah, that's how much if I could guess, that's how much I made. Yeah, there you go. Antonio says yesterday and today together he made 1K profit. That's good. That's what I want to see, And Antonio has been killing it since he got into the course, and he's not looking back, and that's kind of like what I want, from people who are interested in this and want to take the extra step. Is I don't want people who are just like I'm scared to go out and do it. That's not who I am, and that's not who I want. People who I work with to act. But yeah, Antonio's out there killing it. I'm gonna head out to his town and take all his phones. Nah, but yeah, he's killing it out there, man. That's good, man. That's real good. Let me see. JT says he sold 3 phones since this started. Wow. See how fast it is, guys? All these people are making money, man. And there's so much money to go around. It's so much money to go around. People who talk bad about phones and stuff like that. I know I'm ranting right now, but talking bad about phones, they say, oh, it's so oversaturated. There's plenty of times where I've posted a phone. I've bought the phone, posted it before I even got home from picking it up. It's sold. So you can't beat that. You're not gonna get that with 9 to 5. They don't pay you before you. They don't pay you 5 minutes while you're working. So this is why this business is so great. And I'm getting tons of messages right now from people. I think because people are getting off work right now. But if there's anything else, let me know. But if there's no more questions left, then I am going to end this this little live Q&A, but I'm gonna wait a little bit right now to see if somebody has a question. I'll answer one last question for you guys. And yeah, so let's wait a bit. And it will be here for years, I believe. Yeah. Yep. Phones. Anytime it's so crazy. Like anytime you go out and do whatever, man, there's phones everywhere. People are looking down their phones at the airport. You know, while they're eating dinner out, you know, they're at freaking Red Lobster or you know, somewhere where they're just like eating while they're on their phone. Phones are just everything, man. And I'm getting tons of. I have about, since I started this webinar, I had about like 15 messages from people. So I see there's no more questions left. I'm gonna end this one. Like I said, guys, ask questions if you're stuck. Get started, man. Get started. What's JT has one last question, guys. Hold on. What's up with the IMEI check size limiting checks? I have no idea, man. It sucks. It sucks really bad because, like I said, if I get 8 messages in 1 hour, I can't even check. I can't check the IMEI on the IMEI sites because, you know, they're blocking it. And it sucks, man. These companies are like getting smart, and they know people are needing these checkers, so they're gonna start charging people now, which sucks. But if it's like $10 a month, I guess I can do that. But I'm a cheap guy. I don't like paying extra. I don't like paying for other stuff. But yeah, JT, that's all I can really, you know, say about that one. I guess that's what it is. We have to start paying. Yeah, they just want your money. So yeah, I'm gonna end this. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Yeah, ask questions. Message me if you have any questions. Message me if you're interested in buying the course, or if you're just want to talk about anything, advice, whatever. I'm always on Facebook. You guys can ask anybody who has messaged me. That I'm quick to respond to everybody. And if I don't respond to you in, you know, timely fashion, just know I'm out there flipping phones. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.